here we are.
Oh my goodness.
Vera, it's so nice to have you back with us.
Well, kinda.
Yeah.
Not totally. But
Yeah.
yes, it's nice to be able to do this and not just lay in bed.
It's hard for us to stay away, so plus with what's going on right now.
Yes. I had to get interested in this because I hadn't seen anything that was involved with anything because I've been down.
You've been recovering.
Yeah. But whenever, I think Sammy told me about Johnny Depp's court case and something about how my past life was like right on or something. I don't know.
Absolutely right on.
Yeah. Well, but in that past life, she's killing his reputation in this life.
Should we share a little bit of backstory?
Sure.
Okay. So it's probably been about 2 years or so, maybe a little bit less, that we did a video, and it's called Johnny Depp and Ex's Past Life. So you can find that on our channel. And in it was what you got about their past life. And what happened was, I'll just give a little summary, that he was very good a musician. I believe it was around the time of World War I, if I'm not mistaken. And he was such a good musician that he became a band leader, very successful.
Because he could play every instrument. Yeah.
And then there was a gentleman that came into the band that was a little bit mentally disturbed. He had mental issues. Okay, so that was the situation. Wow. It's coming. It's coming soon. Anyway.
Well, I don't know if I want to say it.
Right, but so Amber, in that lifetime, she was a woman, and she somehow came to be around Johnny Depp, and they became in a relationship. And then as he started to see who she was, he wanted to get away from her, and she started to basically manipulate the person that was in the band who had the mental issues. And
But she was like playing them against each other.
he agrees.
Yahoo!
Yeah. And so she convinced this person to kill Johnny Depp in that past life. So in that life, as you pointed out a moment ago, she had him killed. She killed him. So in this life,
Well, she had him killed.
she had him killed, right? And in this
Kind of the same thing, huh?
yeah.
You were right.
And in this life, obviously, it's like she's not killing him, but she's trying to totally destroy and kill off his reputation,
Right.
his character.
She
and
pretty much
everything.
has.
I know, it's so it's just so unjust.
It's unjust. But welcome to Earth.
yeah. And so I'm really interested to see, Vera, did you have more? You got more that you wanted to share.
Right, yeah. Because after Sammy told me about what was going on, I decided to kind of check in and see what I was picking up at that point. So overall, from his chart, and then I also did his cards. Because whenever I really, 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 really like somebody, I don't want to put my spin on, like I want them to succeed. You want to give what you get.
Right.
The true feelings of what you pick up. So, but overall, he's going to be okay. Overall.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good, because you want...
He's already been healing through all of these, especially with this defamation lawsuit. He's really starting to heal because people are starting to believe what they're seeing.
Absolutely. You can tell, and even by the way he sounds, he
Right.
sounds more, I don't want to say empowered, but more just like...
No, he is sounding more empowered.
Yeah,
You're
doesn't
right.
he?
Yes.
And feeling more like righteous, and like in the sense of having justice, and feeling better about himself and more empowered.
Because he has to stand up for himself.
Yeah.
It's so huge, this whole situation. But overall, he's going to be okay. Whether he wins the lawsuit or not, he's going to be okay.
That's great.
I think he's going to win. I feel it, that it's gonna happen for him. But either way, he has to take his power back because he handed it over to Amber at a certain point, and that was because I'm going ahead myself. Okay, so he's feeling battle weary,
Oh,
you know, because of all the situations, everything that's been going on. And he's usually a pretty low-key guy, from what I understand.
he sure seems like it.
Yeah. So this is really, especially the trigger from his childhood, from how Amber is, you know, connected to his mother, kind of thing.
And honestly, I did not know that his mother was abusive.
I
And
didn't either.
and he even said it himself. He married his mother.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I put that in here too, because I have down here, you married in essence your mother.
Wow.
Yeah. So, so he's feeling a little battle weary. So at the time, he's doing a lot better from what I've been seeing, because I started seeing some of the videos today. It's just like there's 50 million.
I know.
How do you pick?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh my gosh, okay. Well, so the thing is that I don't want you, Johnny, to get stuck into the being really harsh on yourself because of because you basically put yourself in this situation. He was warned. I don't know how many times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But guys seem to think that when women are warning you, it's because they're jealous. And they
Right.
don't take it. You know, so lesson
Right.
learned.
Right.
Come on
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stop beating yourself up. I don't think he is as much now, but it's kind of like he knows he put himself there. But in essence, you were right on track. This is what you know, it could have gone a little bit easier for you had you taken heed of what the, you know, people were telling you. But, you know, we all have to learn at our own pace.
And that's the hard part. It's like this is a great lesson for all of us, is because we want to get straight to learning it, but we don't. We don't overcome that past life connection, like taking our power back, until we go down that road
Right.
most of the time, right?
Exactly. So if he's kind of put himself in a, how do I say it? Like he's stuck. He can't move forward. He can't do anything until all of this is situated. Not true.
Oh.
But that's how he's feeling.
How
Yeah.
it feels.
Like he's being held hostage again.
Oh,
But this time,
wow.
you know, with the court of public opinion swaying his way, it's, you know, he's starting to feel again like there is humanity in this world, you know, because he was starting to feel a little bit, not a little bit, a lot of it down. But I feel like around August or September, things are going to really start picking up for him. Really, yeah.
Oh my
It's going to start. I was trying to figure out a thing to say from Jack Sparrow, but I can't think of it right now. You know how like the winds are changing?
The winds are
and
changing.
the sail can go a lot faster and further now. So
I like
this is an end of a cycle. And this
Oh.
is how he chose for this part of his life cycle to end. Not death. It's just end of everything that he's been experiencing.
Wow.
So it's new beginnings, that kind of thing.
That sounds great.
And if he plays his chart correctly, or the way he wanted it to turn out whenever he wrote it on the other side, then he's going to have celebration. So that's where I know he's going to win. I mean, I shouldn't say I know. I feel he's going to win. So there's celebration. Just please don't celebrate overindulgence, because you really got to. I don't know if he started to work on his sobriety, but that is number one. If he does not do it, then it's going to be a different turnout.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's happy celebrations, happy family life, and possibly a marriage.
Oh, that would
But
be.
career,
Oh.
I don't think he's going to ever get married again. You know, of course, he's going to have relationships, that kind of thing. But career-wise, he's going to have a marriage like made in heaven. There's going to be a woman coming that's going to be able. She's in the business savvy, the way the art. I mean, not art, but the music and the art. Why do I keep saying art?
Acting?
Oh my God! I'm starting to sweat. Okay. Okay. So things are going to start turning around for him. But he really, really has to pay attention to what he needs to do to heal within. Because that's first and foremost. Otherwise, you're going to keep repeating the same thing over and over. But this one is huge because, as you can tell from all the different women that he's had experiences with, not one woman has come across right now saying he accosted me or he hit me. Not
Right.
one.
Right.
So that has to mean something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I know people can lose it. We're human beings. We get pushed to a certain point or whatever.
Right.
But that's really just not his style. He walks away before anything. And he learned that from his father.
That's what.
Because
yes.
his father walked away.
Yes.
But that's not always the best way. But to get away from that situation, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
That makes so much
Yeah.
sense.
So, and actually, he's had really some other opportunities that are happening as he's going through this before even the defamation one started. He's had opportunities that he's looking at everything that's bad,
I see.
and he's not getting the gifts that he should be listening to from the other side.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That will help him get through things, but he's starting to. So he needs to focus on, not the chaos so much, but what does melee mean? Is that bad? I think it is, because I put this melee that he's in. Like,
I know mayhem.
that's too. So he's going to be recognizing these gems that he's going to be getting, because his spirituality, I don't know what it is now, but it's going to be rising to a really significant
Wow.
part of his life now. It's going to be that.
Wow. And that's interesting, isn't it? 'Cause we go through these things to get to that.
And all of the ideas and everything that we get, that we feel, that we think it's just like, oh, it's intuition, or it's something that I just saw and I wanted to do it. It's all part of what you're getting from the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
We get messages in many different ways.
So, So that's why I say, please cut the self-medicating. And there's too much for him to do yet. So he needs to do that. He's helped so many people in opportunities. He's kind of been like, shining the light on other people so they could see where their potential is and their possibilities are. He shines it for them. Like, look, and I'll help you, kind of thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
But he has to remember that he has to nourish himself as well, or he's not going to have the energy to do anything.
God, that makes
Yeah.
so much sense. And we can help ourselves. We help others.
You help more
too.
people because you have that energy to do it. You
Yeah.
have to replenish. Okay.
Sound advice.
Yeah. Focus on the positive, especially about yourself. Okay. Now, misheard is in the past. Definitely in the past. There is no love from him. There's no hate from he doesn't hate her either, but she still has this little how could I have been so dumb? Still
he's
deprecating.
feeling that.
So that has to go, and he'll do that if he starts really working on himself and being honest with himself. And you can't be that way if you're under the influence.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because if we're here to learn our spiritual lessons, we don't necessarily do that when we're under the influence. We're escaping it.
Yeah.
We're not looking at it.
Because that's part of something like I picked up before any of this all happened. I don't know if I said it. I know I said it to you, but it's like she would be going, here, have a drink. Come on, you want a drink.
Oh, right. Yeah.
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 And then he'd get wasted, and then she'd put him down for being wasted.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
So she wanted to get him.
Yeah, it was like everything was his fault.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, everything was his fault. And nothing's her fault. It's because he made her do it, or they made her do it, or
Right.
yeah, she always puts the blame on other people. Well, I shouldn't say always, generally. I already said focus on the positive. I put misheard is in the past. Bye-bye.
Amen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
know-
we talked about, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say real quick is that one of the things when you were talking about being able to end that, one thing that really helps a lot of times is knowing that it's from a past life. When you were talking about self-deprecating, how could I be so stupid? When we know we are finishing up from a past
Yep.
life. It doesn't help. It helps us to not be so hard on ourselves. Is what I'm trying to say. It really helps. So, I hope that he hears this information.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I said she was, I said spirit stalker, but because I couldn't remember soul stalker. But she is a soul stalker. But what's interesting about her is that usually they pick on one person. She doesn't. She soul stalks multiple people. Stalks. Did I say that right?
Really?
Yeah.
And that's
I've
interesting.
never heard that before. Have you, Mary? No. Like, isn't it usually one person they keep picking on every past life?
Well, what's interesting about that is that Angus told us through you that for a soul stalker, one of the examples he was giving us before was a soul stalker to one entity, but because that entity had past lives with a few others that are around him so much, then she became a soul stalker with these other individuals too. So it's like, I'm wondering, I wanted to ask you. Wow. So it's the same type of situation.
Yep. I know. Interesting, huh? So,
Yes.
in essence, you married your mother, and I believe Sammy said he said it on the stand.
I saw it this morning
Oh,
too.
did you?
I saw, yes, he actually said it, that he married his mother. And I thought that was really great that he brought that out, that he's actually saying
Yeah,
that. I mean, not only that he has that awareness, but people know that that's a thing.
Yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
we marry our father or our mother, whatever.
Yeah. So the thing that's different in this lifetime, Johnny, is you're not. I mean, in this part of your life, you're not a little boy anymore. Is you don't have to go along with what your mother's doing. You don't have to follow your mother anymore. You know, this is empowerment time. So this is crucial that he learned it, and he did. So that's what I'm really excited about.
He certainly seems like
Yeah.
he did. When he was even talking about that aspect, what we just said, it was like he knew it. There was no self-doubt.
No. So and that's why I want him to take control of how he feels and how he wants to feel. It's up to him. It's not up to mommy anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And with your parents, it's kind of like you have no power, really, because you have to follow what's going on.
Yes.
So he deserves to feel however he wants to feel, and not on somebody else.
Right.
But he can't totally blame others either, because that's what I said about her too. Okay. Yeah, and I put just, although your ex was a huge trigger, you did take yourself out of the situation. And that was a huge step. Huge. I put huge step, Mr. Johnny Depp. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So if you do, well, I already said that, if he does the work again, he's going to make a big splash. He's going to do another blockbuster.
Oh, that's
Kind of series kind of thing.
he's such an amazing actor, and he deserves that. He deserves to come back. In that other lifetime, he was killed, but in this lifetime, he deserves it.
Exactly.
It's exciting for him, for us, to see that justice, in his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Overcoming that.
You go, boy. Okay. But what's really exciting too is he found something about himself that he has buried since he was a little boy. He knows what it is. You know what it is. He found something within himself that he had pushed down. So I'm excited about that too.
Oh,
And he's gonna be able to use that to keep himself moving forward and not making the same mistakes again. Because he feels like he's been stabbed in the back 500 million times, and not just by her, by other people. So right now, the best thing that you can know is there's nowhere to go but up, 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 up. So let's see, what else did I put? Yeah, nowhere. So you've felt like you stabbed in the back, like the past life.
yeah,
But
right.
you're not dead. You're definitely not dead. There's and then to please forgive himself, because he's really blaming himself a lot.
That's the
So, yeah.
that's the hardest part sometimes.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we can find that self-love, we can heal.
Exactly. Because whenever you go through certain situations and, it's like nighttime and you're thinking, oh my God, my life is never going to, this is never going to end. And then you wake up in the morning and it's like the sun is shining,
Yeah.
the birds are singing. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's like-
So it's a new day, it's a new dawn, and he's ready for just taking off, So I put the sun is rising. It's a new day, Johnny. Release anything that no longer serves you. Especially
Amen.
if you're around friends that, that you shouldn't be around. You have to cut the ties.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's for his sanity and to keep moving, keep going. And then what? Another positive? You know who your friends are. Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. They're the ones that stood by him this whole time.
So there you go.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm really excited, as we all are, to see what happens in this
Exactly.
coming year, and also what he discovered from his childhood.
Yes.
That's going to be really cool to see that
Yeah.
come out too. I
Exactly.
would imagine.
Yeah.
What he's
It will.
going to do.
He's going to be
next.
doing so many good things.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. Well, that was awesome. Thanks for sharing with us all. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for coming and being with us. We miss you all. We love you all. Vera?
Journey with us. Oh, wait, what was the other one now?
It is Let
Mary.
Go of Your Fear. SE is here.
Mary's the one that thought it out.
Yes.
But everybody knows who Mary is, right?
Mary is my mother. And
Not Mother Mary.
yes. And yeah, she's an awesome scribe. And she had written that down. I believe, wasn't that something that Angus said, Mom, or did you put that together? From notes from when we were doing sessions.
And it was a few years ago, huh? Yeah. You've been holding that little gem.
Yeah. And now it's time to share.
Yeah. All right. Everybody be happy and be safe. And be healthy.
Second that.